This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Holy dooly, cutting it fine this afternoon, Hollywood Jack.
Aren't you, Swanee?
Oh, my goodness. I have the loot, though. The loot in my hot little hand are hand panko crumbed beef schnitzels for you. And these are the reason I am late.
I love you so much, and I was so excited to eat these this evening until I remembered I'm having dinner with our friend Henry and then going to Sam Pang's live show.
I don't want to hear
I
that.
know.
When I started crumbing them and I thought, oh, it'll be 10 minutes or something. I was like, I mean, I obviously did it for my kids too, but it's like 40 minutes. And I had a gloved hand and I was like, I'm going to be late because of these bloody schnitzels. And I thought, lucky my boss isn't in here today.
No.
My boss is in America with Rahili, Tim and John.
Yes, you'll be hearing from them after 4 o'clock. I saw that they saw Beyonce over the weekend over in LA.
And you know what? I've got to give their podcast a plug. I listened to their interview with Benny
Blanco
on Friday afternoon. It was so compelling and so riveting.
Oh, good.
I want to go back and listen to it again. So
I love Benny.
God, he's interesting, an interesting guy, and
Yeah,
they
he
did
is.
such a great job with him. But 13, 24, 10, I'm glad my boss isn't here because if I said, I'm so sorry I'm late, I was crumbing schnitzels, she would say, put all your stuff in a box and get the hell out of here, Swanee.
Liar!
What is the weirdest, most unbelievable excuse you've ever given for being a little bit late?
Just for sharing with us today, you'll get $200 cash thanks to our friends at Exclusive Holiday Getaways. Hey, fresh from performing live on Saturday Night Live, our friend Benson Boone, did you see him do a backflip, Swanee?
I mean, does he ever not do a backflip?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I'm lucky to be here because I was schnitzeling.
Win, save, give. Join Exclusive Holiday Getaways to unlock huge savings, help charities, and the chance to win amazing holidays. ExclusiveholidayGetaways.com.au. Chrissy's Say G'day.
I nearly missed the top of the show because I was making beef schnitzels for you.
I know, I appreciate you for doing
Actually,
that.
you and your beautiful housemate, Chris Pontos, who I adore.
And he will be enjoying them because I'm out tonight, but I will have them tomorrow.
You should know, are you going to go home first?
Yep.
Go home first and give them all to him.
Really?
Yeah, I'll make you some more later.
Okay.
Have them fresh.
Okay.
My boss would not believe me. Lucky she's in America. She would not believe me if I said, listen, I started doing the schnitzels at 10 past 12 and then at about 1:25 I was still doing them. 13, 24, 10, what is the weirdest, most unbelievable, most get the hell out of here excuse you've given for being late? Hi, Anna.
Hi, how are you guys? Sorry,
So good. Oh, you sound so bright and perky.
I have 5 kids. It's all an act.
Oh, my God. Amen. What was the weirdest excuse for being late?
My son Jack wouldn't get dressed in the morning, but
What?
I was really just organised.
What, he just would not get dressed? And were you almost on the verge of tears saying, Jack, please, please?
I think I ended up putting him in the car with no clothes on and his clothes in his backpack.
With no clothes on, little
I mean,
Nudie Rudy.
what a sight that would have been for a driver next to you.
How cute. You got $200 thanks to Exclusive. Oh, she just yelled over the plug. Who have we got next? Hello, Maggie.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Let's say, Maggie, you are late. Why?
Yeah. I didn't realise I needed to use the toilet. I didn't realise I was going to be so long. Can't rush these things. It takes time.
Can I tell you how, it's probably a bit personal, Max, but how long does it take you to go to the toilet?
Oh, look, not long, to be honest. I was getting my nails done, but I had to have an excuse that I couldn't come back with something with.
That is so great because my kids sometimes take 45 minutes. I think they're
Oh, my
avoiding...
husband's the same. I
So
have to
what are
stand
they
close to
doing
the
in there, Maggie? What are they doing?
Just straight up chilling.
I don't know. At this point, it's worrying.
I don't want to chill in the bathroom.
I know, nor do I, all the particles.
Oh, my God.
Maggie, you have won $200 cash thanks to Exclusive Holiday Getaways. Let's finish Say G'day with M, Swanee.
Hey, Emily.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What was the weirdest, most unbelievable but true excuse you've given for being a bit late?
I called in sick one day because, well, not in sick. I was calling them, telling them I was had been sick and I was going to be late because Harry Styles was coming to Australia and he had just announced his tour that morning and I was just so excited.
And was that true? Was that the real reason?
Yes, I was so, like, it was too much.
Did you have like a physical reaction? Were there tears or sweats?
There was everything that you could think of. I was like crying. I felt nauseous. It was a lot. Even my mum was like, oh my God, what's wrong? And then when I told her, she laughed at me.
You know, I understand.
Yeah.
Where is Harry Styles, by the way? Where's the music has?
He's on his Lime bike riding around
know.
London, and I'm here for
He
it.
needs to release more music.
He
soon.
does. I'm sick of waiting.
I'm so obsessed with Dermoir at the moment. I can tell you what he was wearing the last time he was spotted on Dermoir. A blue jacket from the Row that he keeps wearing around London.
Are you okay?
Never. $200 cash thanks to exclusive holiday getaways for you, Em. Hey, before 3 o'clock, we have a new game, Crafting with Chrissy. Register via the Nova player app if you'd like to play.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
What have you been watching on your phone, on the socials, maybe on YouTube, that you feel great shame about and also disappointment? And at some point when you're watching it, you look wistfully to the horizon and you say, I never thought it would come to this.
What have you been watching?
This happened to me yesterday, just yesterday. Because I've got a little gardening plan. I'm in my gardening era.
You very much are.
And I've been collecting plants off Facebook Marketplace
Oh.
and trying to keep them alive until such time as I prepare the soil.
May I ask who's selling plants on Facebook Marketplace? Like, are people home growing plants to then sell?
Yes.
Oh, it's big business, is it?
At greatly reduced costs.
Ah.
It's magnificent. So I've got lots of hydrangeas for next to nothing, $8 or something. It doesn't mean anything to you, I know.
No, I love hydrangeas, though. That's awesome.
Whole plants.
Beautiful.
I know.
What colour?
Blue
Okay.
and white.
Yep.
We've had this discussion. Notice there's no pink in there.
Yes.
Anyway, and gardenias I've got. They're my two favourites. So I thought, it's my garden. I'm going to do whatever the hell I like with it.
Good on you.
But I've got to prep the soil. And I was thinking yesterday, I actually don't know how to prep the soil. I know how to dig a hole. I know how to put a plant in there. My mum taught me that. But I don't know how to prep it. So I'm not proud of it, but I looked up Gardening Australia.
Yes.
And I watched this entire clip.
In a summer dry climate, autumn is the best time to prepare the soil.
I heard
and
her
get
say that
plants
and I
into
went,
the ground,
autumn,
ready for the autumn
I'm in
rain.
autumn. My
Good
timing's
soil
right.
preparation makes or breaks a garden because it improves the water holding capacity of the soil.
Yeah.
And for plants, that means the garden's better able to withstand water restrictions.
I know.
And pretty much anything else nature throws at it.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
look, I know you've lost the will to live.
I just
but
passed away.
She went on to talk about the difference between loamy soil, clay soil, and sandy soil, and showed you how to do it. I'm there with my hands in the garden.
I miss 2024, Chrissy, who would have just air-tasked that job. That is so
2024.
dull.
Oh, I was going to say, no, I was drunk all year, but no, that was
2021.
It's 2021. But this is not the first time that I've had great shame. For a while there, I really liked tuning into Sweet Like Candy Co. And he's a guy who, Sweet Like Candy Co. And he does live streams of filling people's lolly orders from his shop.
I've seen these people on TikTok. I scroll right past it. How boring.
It is strangely compelling.
Big, massive shout out to Stan the man who made this amazing 7 kilo pick and mix. Stan's here on our live stream right now. Big shout out to Stan the man. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy all these amazing gummy candies and sour mix.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah. I just love seeing what people put together because it's one of the greatest thrills of my life, getting mixed lollies from the milk bar.
Yeah, as a child, that was epic.
God, I
Picking
loved
the
it.
sour
And
straps.
look at the views. Like, there's 1,300, 1,600 people viewing at any one time.
I actually caught myself, now that you bring these two examples up, I caught myself doing this last night. I got 3 minutes deep in a video from some guy on Instagram
Yeah.
about why the Liberal Party lost.
The Liberal coalition on losing the unlosable election tonight.
It's come to that,
I was
has it,
like,
Jack?
Am I Peter Credlin? What am I doing?
You are in very good company. 13 24 10, give us a call. What have you been watching lately on your phone and you've just thought, wow, I never thought it would come to this?
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I have visited Gardening Australia for the first time. It won't be the last time. And I feel great shame and self-hatred.
Well, I think you should, because
I used to be cool. I used to
Yeah.
know everything.
I used to know everything.
I used to know.
And you're extremely young, and you're a young spirit, and you're across cool, modern, pop culture kind of things.
I am.
So the fact you are listening to this,
In a summer dry climate, autumn is the best time to prepare the soil and get plants into the ground ready for the autumn rain.
I want to
She
send you to an
seems-
aged care home.
She seems so calm and relaxed. That's what I'm going for.
She seems boring.
Plus, like, my garden, it was done like 7 years ago before I was the boss of my life, you know?
Yeah.
So I sort of I went, oh, yeah, okay, that'll go in there. And I didn't like it. So I've torn it all out with my bare hands and I'm putting it back in. Hello, Olivia. What have you watched? What are you watching that you go, wow, it's come to this?
Mine is the police body cam videos from America. It's just so much drama.
My best friend needs this in her life. She was a very early adapter. Which remember, Cops, Bad Boys,
Yeah.
That's her favourite show of all time.
It's so good.
You're sitting there on your laptop. What are you seeing?
So it initially started on TikTok, and it just comes up with snippets. It is the perspective of someone's chest, so it is a bit warped, but you're seeing people who have maybe done the wrong thing, and then it's like instant karma, cops right there, all of a sudden they're arrested. Wow, drama! It's all happening. And then sometimes it switches to the police interview, and it's like, oh my God, what's next?
God, it sounds like an episode of SVU. You're getting it all.
And I think that's what
Well,
makes it
it's real.
so captivating, Olivia, because I've watched a couple of these. It feels like we shouldn't be seeing this footage.
Yes!
That's why it's
exactly.
good.
Okay, so what do I look up for that on YouTube? Just police body cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, police body cams, they've got literally series and series. Some of them have like a really serious man doing a voiceover like this. And other ones are just like just the body cam, and you know, it's still engaging because it's just like what on earth is going to happen
Oh,
next.
brilliant.
Baker's
Brilliant.
Delight voucher for you, Olivia. Erin on 13 24 10. What have you been watching that you thought you never would?
Well, I need to set the scene. A person that I went to high school with, very average, very run-of-the-mill, never mentioned any superpower or psychic abilities. I was scrolling TikTok, and apparently she's a psychic, a very profitable psychic, it seems.
I love this so much. So now you stalk her to see how bad she is.
Well, I have to give it to her. She's pretty entertaining, actually, but I am impressed. She's telling people whether, you know, they'll get the job that they had an interview for today, or if they're should be expecting more children soon. And last time I heard, she was just a pretty average gal.
And
So-
what's the format, Erin? Is it like a live stream and people type
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, so I believe they send, I'm not sure how TikTok works, they send her like tokens, and then however many tokens pays for them to have sort of ask for a question. It has to be a yes-no question. And then she rubs these beads and she tells them yes or no.
Oh my
Erin,
God.
did you get the vibe she was a complete fraud when you were in school?
Yes.
Baker's Delight voucher for you,
Yes.
Erin.
That is absolutely something we would do, Jack.
I know.
Hey, Brittany, what is hydro dipping?
So it is where there's a big tub or a big item filled with liquid. Have a Google, might set the scene a bit better. And any item, shoe, golf clubs,
Oh,
gardening
yes. So there's like
items,
a
and
murky, almost tie-dye film, oil and water on the
Yes.
top, and you push it down and it makes a unique pattern every time.
Yeah, so they'll either have a colour in the tub or even a print. So, and then it will come.
Print?
Yeah, I've seen prints on
Like
them.
what?
Like images of people. So yeah.
Oh
that-
my
What's
God.
what's the coolest item you've seen them dip?
Shoes, definitely. Shoes is the best.
And
pretty
Brittany,
mesmerising.
No one's listening. It's just you and me and Jack here. And how long is the longest amount of time that you have absolutely wasted watching this?
A solid 30 minutes in a row, I would say.
Oh, that's nothing.
You're real.
You're a novice.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I'm beside myself about this.
Harvey Norman is your home of cricket this Mother's Day with hot deals on all cutting machines and 25% off all cricket materials and accessories. Harvey Norman, best range, best prices, guaranteed. Chrissy's Crafting with Cricket.
I'm sorry, what percentage off was that? 20%? They've got to go.
25%.
Right now.
Also, listen to this sick beat. Thanks, Scotter. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back in the club.
All right, so look, novices pronounce it cricket, cricut. But if you're in the know, as I am, you know that it's cricket. You've heard about it. It is a world of creativity that it's giving me goosebumps.
Now, I'm not even going to pretend that I don't know what this machine is because you have not shut up about this machine for the last 2 weeks. You're obsessed.
Look, you
Wow.
can make your own T-shirts all online. You make your little designs like a proper designer.
Yeah.
And then that's how it ends up.
You're showing me a Chrissy Swan Show Lady Madness t-shirt, which looks extremely professional
It
and
is
impressive.
extraordinary. You can do cards. You can, personalised pet collars. Anything you want.
Perfect in the lead up to Mother's Day.
100%. Hello, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm excited. Can you tell?
Me too.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Now, Mother's Day's coming up. If you win this prize, who would you give it to?
Me.
Good girl. That's what I like to hear. What do you like? What's going on here?
No, I love the quirky coffee mugs. I love them. I just loved, and that I think you could do that with the cricket machine, can't
Yes, you can. What's your do you have a catchphrase that you say all the time, like bloody hell or something?
Let them. Let them.
Oh,
Let them do
someone's
whatever they
been
want,
watching
and don't
Mel
worry about it.
Robbins.
Well, you can have a mug with "Let Them" written on
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Yep, I can.
So fantastic. What else do you love, baby?
I love dancing in the kitchen to Fleetwood Mac.
Oh my God.
Love Rhiannon. Love that song.
Yeah,
I love any Fleetwood Mac.
Do you do a good Stevie Nicks?
Oh, lovely. Yes, very
Yeah,
great.
you do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you sound like an absolute delight, and it gives me great pleasure, Tracy, to say you have won yourself a cricket prize pack valued at over $1,200.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Thank you so
and
much.
it
I've wanted one
includes-
for so long.
Well, you will know about this. The Cricket Maker 4 is yours. The Cricket Easy Press is yours. And a whole lot of other, like all the materials you need to make the most amazing gifts for yourself, Tracy.
Thank you so much. That'll make my Mother's Day, that's for sure.
Oh, and I'm going to send you this T-shirt that I made last week. It
Oh,
says,
beautiful.
it says, and I really believe that you're a kindred spirit here. It says, Lady Madness, Tracy, and I think you've got a touch of it, my friend. Yeah.
Congratulations, Trace. Have a great Mother's Day and register via the Nova Player app or on Nova FM if you'd like to play this game with us tomorrow.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Well, Lady Gaga, I feel like I saw something recently, her sort of dissing Madonna.
They've always
Did you
sort of
see it?
had a little bit of beef, I feel. Because
Yeah.
they're always compared to one another.
Yeah, they are, and I feel like Lady Gaga's had a gutful.
Yeah.
In that interview, she was just like, well, we're very different, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's beat Madonna's record at the free concert in Rio de Janeiro. 2.1 million people.
Do you know, as much as I love Lady Gaga, the anxiety I would have trying to leave that event would be astronomical.
As if I'd go. Where was I going to park?
Right?
Where would I park?
Where do you book the Uber from?
2.1 million people.
Insane.
I've got to be honest. Like, I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah, we all do.
But I'm staying at home.
Oh, same. I watch Steph on YouTube.
Ha! Anyway, she'd finished the show, and only then did she realise that there'd been a terrorism threat.
I know, that's frightening.
That's terrifying. And she's an anxious woman too, so I worry.
Like, do you think had she known she would have called it off?
Yeah.
Imagine the disappointment from fans if she had done that.
I feel like she did do that recently.
Right.
She called something off for some reason. Oh, because she was not well. But yeah, I mean, it looks like an epic situation, but 2.1 million, no.
Too many. I hope she releases this song as a single.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
But it's compared to Taylor Swift.
It's not as good.
I reckon it's great. And seeing her perform it live, epic. Hey, this was pretty unbelievable too.
Does Tom, our producer with the lady's voice, I bet you he does a good version of that.
Yeah, have you tried singing this at karaoke, Tom?
Yeah, I've tried, but it's really hard.
Is it? Can you
Yeah.
give us anything?
We're far from the shallow now.
Look at that. What size bra do you wear?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Here we are, just a dash past 3 o'clock. That hour flew.
There was so much to discuss after the weekend, Swanee.
So much to discuss. Have you been to Alcatraz?
Yes, I went in 2023 and loved it.
I can't imagine you doing a touristy thing like that. Why? Why that? Why Alcatraz?
I saw them do it on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
This all makes so much sense
No,
now.
and Christina and I were in San Fran, and it's like the main exciting tourist attraction. I loved
I
it.
didn't realise that you'd been to San Francisco. I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. It smelled a lot like poo most of the time.
Did you go
But
to Alcatraz?
I did go to Alcatraz. It's the coldest I've ever been in my life. And I spent the entire time with a beanie over my face.
Yes, okay.
I just look like something from Fat Albert. But Donald Trump has announced that he's going to reopen and rebuild Alcatraz for the worst of the worst.
I mean...
Like, it's so inhumane. I mean... You get a ferry over there, it's freezing, you can't get off, you're stuck there. It's dreadful.
It hasn't been open. It closed in 1963, and obviously it would bring in so much money because of tourism. What if we have the prisoners in there and we still get to do the guided tour?
No,
like, imagine
thank you.
walking through and being like, that is Jeff in cell block H.
Haven't you seen that scene in Silence of the Lambs? You don't want to be walking past Jeff in cell block H.
Oh, I think I do.
You might cop a little something.
Hey, coming up before 4 o'clock, we're going to talk about Prince Harry.
Yes.
He made some comments about his dad.
Family dramas. He seemed very measured about it.
He did. I actually really enjoyed the interview.
Yeah.
Next, though, Chrissy's Quizzy, 13 24 10, if you would like a limited edition bum bag.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Hello, Michelle.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Do you get Shelley? Shelley's such a friendly name.
No, that's my husband's ex.
It's your husband's name?
No, my husband's ex.
Oh.
That's a swear word in my house.
Oh, gosh. Oh, has he ever said it accidentally?
The mother-in-law did.
And did you school her?
I was very polite. It was the first time we met. So.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I let her off
okay.
the
To be
Yeah,
forgiven.
yeah. You are up against Kieran. Hello, Kieran.
Hello.
Where are you off to? What are you doing? What's your story?
I'm on my way home from work, going to see the children.
Oh, nice. Do you come bearing gifts? My dad used to always bring a cherry ripe.
If they're lucky, they'll get a Krispy Kreme donut. We'll see if we're a winner today.
Oh, my God.
Yum.
Just the plain glazed.
Original
obviously.
glazed.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Original glaze, yeah.
All right. May the best person win. Your names are your buzzers, guys. It's the best of 5 being the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. Walks away with the Chrissy Swan Show bum bag. Question number 1. Who won Saturday's federal election?
Kieran.
Michelle.
Yes, Kieran.
Albanese.
It is Albanese.
Oh, too quick.
He is very quick. He wants to get that Krispy Kreme in his face. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Question
No,
number
the
2.
kids don't need the sugar.
Michelle, can I just ask, what do you do for work? Because you have such authority behind your voice.
I'm a nurse
Oh, of course.
and a mother, so I get my cranky voice on all the time.
Yes. God, I imagine the stories that you must have. Question number 2. Alcatraz is located in which American city?
Michelle.
Yes, Michelle?
Oh, my God, now I've got nervous. San Francisco?
Yes, it is San Francisco.
Oh, yes.
It's One apiece. Question number 3. 10 years ago today, Shawn Mendes released this song. What's it called?
Kieran.
Kieran?
Stitches.
It is Stitches. Well done. I like that song.
Yeah.
Really love it every time it comes on. It's a bop, as they say in the parlance of our time.
It is, Swanee.
Question number 4. Am I doing this one? We've just spoken about that. Are we going to do that one? Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Why not?
Let's move along to question number 5.
Yes.
Then. It's currently 2 points to Kieran, 1 to Michelle. So, Kieran, this is for the win.
Lady Gaga performed in Rio to over how many people?
Kieran.
Michelle.
Yes, Kieran.
Oh, what?
2.5 million.
Yeah, I was going to take 2, but yes, absolutely. Well done,
Enjoy
Kieran.
the sugar high, guys.
Thank you.
Michelle's secretly salty. Kieran, you have won the bum bag, but I'm going to send you both a double pass to the horror thriller called Until Dawn, which is in cinemas now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Check your blood pressure, guys.
Oh, wow.
I need a heel prick just to see if they're alive.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's talk family icicles. You know, I firmly believe that just because you're born into the same family doesn't mean you have to get along forever.
Yeah,
Do you know
okay.
what I mean? Like, there are some people that you just don't get along with, whether you're born into the family or not. I think occasionally that happens.
It does make me sad when I hear about those stories, and I think it's because I'm very fortunate I come from a really solid family where we all get along. So when I hear about other people's struggles, I'm like, oh, it makes me sad that it can't all be nice.
And you can't imagine it.
No, I really struggle with that idea.
Yeah.
But I get it's obviously a common thing. And also that's where friends are unbelievable because they're the family you pick.
It's very true. Prince Harry has sat down with the BBC and says that he would reconcile with his dad, but he doesn't think his dad's going to be interested.
I would love reconciliation with my family. You know, there's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile.
Wow.
Did you hear him just sort of slip that in because of this security stuff? Do you think it's a bit more than that?
I think it's everything that's happened over the last 5 years. And then this security stuff has garnered so much media attention and has sort of brought everything back up that his dad's probably over it. Watching a lot of that interview, I felt sort of sad and empathy for Prince Harry.
I think he seems really okay with it.
You reckon?
Yeah, I
don't.
do. I think he came across as a man that's done a lot of therapy and he's okay with what he's done. He would do it again. And his family's choice is their choice. That's what it feels like to me.
Right.
He's got a good therapist and, you know, a supportive wife that I think would be saying, you had to do this. Their choice is their choice.
I pick up from that he, given also that he lost his mother, that he would like to be a part of his dad's final years. Like he almost seemed sad and downcast about it.
It would be odd, wouldn't it, if your dad just went, no, never speaking to you. I can't imagine it.
And also the fact that his dad and I guess the family as a whole
The king
have stripped him somewhat of his security. I don't know the full details about that, but that would also be hurtful too.
Yeah, that seems like off you go then.
Yeah.
To the wolves.
Good luck when you get off at Heathrow.
Do we have any other audio of this young man?
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. The things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done.
Ooh. What I want to know is this, 13, 24, 10. Have you had a falling out with your family? It can be the most heartbreaking thing that ever happens. I would like to have like a helpline almost, because there's going to be people that have gone through the agony, gone through the isolation, gone through the questions, gone through the why, and come out the other side with a really, really good take on it.
Yeah.
And I want that person to say it down the line to the person that's struggling.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Prince Harry. Can you still call him Prince Harry? I'm so confused with who gets what now.
Yes. I believe he still has that title.
The big furor was that he moved to America and he wanted the royal security detail to accompany him over to America from the UK. And his dad said, no, if you're not going to be a royal here under my umbrella, then you don't get it, which I think is really mean.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on that. I understand stripping of some of the responsibilities given you've moved away, but I still think he deserves to have his security. He was born into that family. That should be a given.
I agree.
Regardless of your opinion on them and whether you like them or not, they should be given security.
And then, they had a big fight and now they're not talking. Anyway, Harry sat down with the BBC and talked about it in this way.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile.
He sounds defeated, man.
Yeah,
that's what I can hear in his voice.
Just have a little spoonful of Megan's preserve and you'll be fine.
13 24 10. Have you had a falling out with a family member, or is there someone you're currently not speaking with in your family?
Hey, Donna.
Hey, how you doing?
What happened? Can you even talk about it? Sometimes people can't even talk about the situation.
No, I can. It's fine. We've all had internal chats, and I actually work in therapy, so I'm quite fine with it all. My brother met a woman who we thought was fine initially, and my parents helped him out getting a house, all sorts of things, with the idea we'd pay back a little bits and that sort of thing. Then the girlfriend / now wife personality came out and he changed, and none of the money, and very significant amount of money, which has affected my parents' retirement, has never even come up once in conversation to be attempted. They sold the house, they made a lot, that sort of thing. So inside our family, he's now known as PH2 and she's known as MM2. So Prince Harry Mark II and Meghan Markle Mark II.
Do they know that they have these nicknames, Donna?
No, well, nobody. We don't actually even know where they live these days. I mean, I've had children that they've never met because when we invited them, he just said, sorry, I'm too busy. I'm like, well, this is unique.
And Donna, when you say, oh, yeah, no, I haven't spoken to my brother in years, do people go, oh, that's really sad? And do you say, it's not really?
I don't, because like you were sort of saying earlier, we've never been a close family, the sibling, like he and I. I'm much closer to my cousin, and we're just very, very different people. So actually it takes a lot of drama out of my life, not having him involved.
Very interesting, Donna.
$150 voucher from Interflora is on its way to you, Donna.
Kimmy.
Yes,
Look at me. Kimmy, you've had a falling out with your family for years. Is this a relief or are you exhausted?
Well, it was exhausting, but we have reconciled recently due to, yes, them getting older and, if you don't have them, you have no family. So it was for years, and we had many falling outs, but the most recent one was for like 4 or 5 years, but we've reconciled.
And what was the reason for the bust up?
Basically, there's always reasons, but we're chalk and cheese. We're totally opposite. I'm adopted, so I'm not blood related to my mother, so probably we have nothing in common. And then secondly, the major falling out was I was dating someone older. She didn't agree. She was judging. I'm like, well, look, if you're going to judge me, I'm not going to continue with this conversation. I hung up and I never called her again, and she never picked up the phone for Christmas, birthdays, nothing.
Well, I tell you what, you've got something in common despite not being blood relatives. You're both very stubborn.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
But now,
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Happily, Lewis Capaldi is okay.
Oh, we haven't heard from him for like almost years, right?
2023.
Wow.
In 2023, he was touring and he said, you know what? He was in Glastonbury. He got up and he goes, this is not going to surprise anybody that knows me. I'm taking a break.
Good on him.
I'm taking a break from touring for the foreseeable future. He wasn't messing around either. It's over 2 years ago. Anyway, he showed up on Friday night, a surprise guest at Tom Walker's show. for the campaign against living miserably. That is a great movement name, isn't it?
And also that is so Lewis Capaldi coded.
Yes. So there were no phones, so we don't know what he did or how he was.
Okay.
But I'm assuming he's doing all right if he's getting up in front of all those people.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to know.
Yeah.
Also, I love that there's been no leaked footage or anything. Often when I'm at concerts now, I'm like, man, I would love it if we just weren't allowed to film.
I do too. I just want to say to particularly my kids, just you're never going to look at that footage again.
Ever. And I get, as maybe someone my age, like you want to get it to share on social media, but it's like, mate, people that want to see and want to go will see it. I really made an effort at Billie Eilish to just watch her.
Yes.
And be captivated by her.
I'm proud of you. You're growing up slowly but surely. I met Lewis Capaldi once back in the day.
That's right.
It was before 2023. He was touring and my son, Kit, at the time was a huge Lewis Capaldi fan. And I got to take him backstage. Lewis was so kind and so interested in this, 10-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy. It was really, really touching. Good on you, Lewis. Go well. Now, Sunday night, Jock Zonfrillo's widow, Lauren, gave her first emotional TV interview. She has a book. She's written it all about grief and how you can cope and rebuild when your entire life is blown up by surprise. Liz Hayes, the perfect interviewer, I think, for this situation.
Agreed, Swanee. And if you missed our chat with her on Friday, jump on the Nova Player app to hear it. She was fantastic.
She was characteristically sensitive.
It's a curious business being in the public eye. But can I say to you that I think the curiosity isn't necessarily always unkind.
I agree.
I think it's just a shock. So you probably do appreciate why people want to know why he died and how he died.
Yeah, I think that the way I've looked at it is that Jock was very open. He was very open and he made those decisions on what he was willing to talk about. And I now don't want to make those decisions because I don't know which ones he does and doesn't want to talk about. So we just decided if it wasn't in the public domain because Jock didn't put it in the public domain, then we wouldn't contribute in any way.
Yeah, I absolutely get that.
Fantastic answer.
Because imagine if you made the wrong call and, he didn't, I don't know.
And I think there's, like we said last week when we were chatting with Liz, there's kids involved. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. It was a very interesting and moving interview, but Liz did ask the questions.
You know why Jock died and you know how he died. Has that helped?
I wouldn't say helped.
Are there any unanswered questions for you?
No, nothing that's unanswered, nothing that's not understood. No, not at all.
Moving stuff. If you missed it on Sunday night, you can catch it on the 7 streamer. I'm going to say 7 plus.
7 plus.
Yay!
Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. They're still away for the Red Room tour.
Yeah, I heard from our friend who is travelling with them. She sounds exhausted.
Have a great Monday night.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.